doctor's advice to rest.
This morning, Mr. President became indisposed, which clearly shows that he's a human being. We're all human beings. We can become indisposed at any time. And then he decided to seek medical attention, and he's been advised to take a few days rest. And, the statement is very clear that this is nothing serious. It's just a routine medical checkup. And what the president has done is just to take precautionary steps. So it's nothing more than that, and there's no reason for the kind of speculations that I've seen in some sections of the media.
The presidential advisor on media and publicity, Dr. Reuben Abati. Now, the trial of the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Adeyemi Kuforiji, is for alleged misappropriation of over 273 million naira has begun at the Federal High Court in Lagos. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had arraigned Mr. Kuforiji and his aide Oyebode Atoyebi for conspiracy to accept illegal cash payments, which contravenes the Money Laundering Act of 2011. Now, the first prosecution witness told the court, presided over by Justice Ibrahim Buba, that Mr. Kuforiji had received cash payments from the account section of the State House of Assembly about 57 times. Mr. Atoyebi, on his part, is said to have made a statement to the EFCC admitting to have collected monies on behalf of the Speaker. After hearing the prosecution's evidence, the judge adjourned the case to December the 2nd for continuation of the trial. Now, after the break, a criminal investigation has commenced after the building collapse in Latvia. That and more in a moment. Please join us again.
You know when it's hot, it is sweltering. And when it's cold, it could be frigid. Water levels are rising. Flood is rampant. Diseases are on the increase. Green monster flourishes on our waterways. Scientists say it is climate change. Politicians negotiate it and world leaders debate it. But what do you make of it? Understand your climate. Make sense of the world on Earth File.
Now, in business news, Nigeria's global economic outlook is looking good, but more work needs to be done with the nation's image. This was the opinion of participants at the Honorary International Investment Council meeting in London. President Goodluck Jonathan was scheduled to attend. Now, the country's macroeconomic fundamentals are good, inflation is down, and more positives, but key risk factors persist. The high revenue gap, oil theft, corruption and bureaucracy are traps that have contributed in reducing Nigeria's global perception ratings and should be addressed.
14th Honorary International Investments Council meeting kicked off in London on Thursday, and so far has conducted its meetings behind closed doors. But the wave of discussions have been around Nigeria's image, the need to change global perceptions, the state of the nation's economy, and much more.
This conference is very critical because not only are decisions taken, decisions are implemented, and eventually reports are given about the process of implementation, how far. So there is a monitoring system.
The whole good news is that today we can look forward and see a market that's evolving, that is physically sound, that's governed in a more corporate manner, is transparent, a rule-based market.
Well, so far it's looking good for Nigeria's economy, but again, what are the key risk factors still affecting investment, the growth of investment in Nigeria?
There are a number of issues that contribute to perception. If you come to, for example, the discussions this morning, if you come to the Lagos airport, okay, you may have built all the infrastructure and the buildings, but if the attitude of the immigration and the customs and the security at the airport does not change, your experience is not really improved very much.
We talked about the ports. We talked about the need to look at the airports because that's what investors see when they first come into the country. We talked about strengthening the OSIC, one-stop shopping for investors in the country.
What we really need to push out more is the fact that, yes, we have some challenges, with the terror thing, but there is much more good things happening in Nigeria.
Well, rebranding seems to be a major buzzword at this conference, and it is very possible that in the coming days, we might be witnessing a relaunch of new rebranding initiatives again. Doris Okenwa, Channels Television News, London.
Now on the foreign scene, another day and sadly yet another building collapse. A criminal investigation has begun after the roof of a supermarket in the Latvian capital Riga collapsed. 12 people are dead and dozens more are feared missing as rescue efforts continue through the night. 3 of those killed were emergency workers who were helping people trapped when more of the roof came down. The cause of the collapse is unclear, although reports say a garden was being constructed on the roof at the time. The supermarket, which opened in 2011, is part of the Maxima retail chain. Now, in contradiction to the comments made by Afghan President Hamid Karzai, the U.S. says that a new post-2014 security deal with Afghanistan should be signed by the end of the year. The U.S. also says it was neither practical nor possible to delay the signing. As a gathering of Afghan elders contended the pact, Mr. Karzai said it would not be signed until after 2014 elections. The deal may see 15,000 foreign troops remain, although the U.S. says it has not yet taken a decision on any presence. Opening the 4-day Grand Assembly of Elders on Thursday in Kabul, Mr. Karzai tried to persuade the delegates to approve the new security deal. The vote will be held in less than 6 months' time, and Mr. Karzai has served 2 terms, so he cannot stand again. Now in sports news, action continued yesterday at the Lagos International Basketball Classics, with Team Fidos and Royal Park recording victories to book a place in the semi-finals. Now, according to the chairman of the Lagos State Basketball Association, Babs Ogunade, the winners from the junior and senior categories will participate at the World Championship next year in New York. Our sports correspondent, Austin Okonapan, now reports.
It's not the regular basketball you see on TV. This is the 3-a-side format endorsed by FIBA, and Lagos State is using it to discover new talent.
Is to showcase the game of basketball in a different dimension. Is to actually make it, bring out the more interesting thing about it and be a small package to send it to the audience.
But the unique thing about this competition is the inclusion of a lady in the team who gets to play against the guys. And if she makes the basket, her team benefits.
We are eager to score because we are able to help our teammates, because the guy's point is 1 point while the girl's point is 2 points.
For spectators, it was fun watching good basketball as Team Fidos beat Deep Bond Club 11-5, while Royal Park Flames had a close 7-6 victory over PWD Basketball Club.
It's okay because it makes us, as in it's players like us, they don't have competitions to play. It is around, the only thing we play is Nigerian League, and the Nigerian League has been over.
Well, since everyone here is displaying skills, I thought of producing my own moment to shine. First shot failed me, but check out the follow-up.
The
Lagos State Basketball International Classics have adopted the 3-a-side format. Players have fun in the half part of the court and don't get to pass it. A lady in the team brings extra points. These guys are not worried about the format of the game. They're excited that they're having fun and at the same time sharpening their skills. Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News.
Well, that's where we leave it on News Track. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cynthia Are. Up next is Sports This Morning.